Hey everyone, I'm here today to share what I've learned so far about the game, and I'm sure this video will help a lot of you guys out. I'm going to jump right into it because I have a lot to go over, and I don't want this video to get way too long. Let's start off with emulators. If you watched my last video, you'll know that I couldn't find any emulator that worked, and I had to mirror my screen from my actual phone, which was really annoying. I ended up finding one that did work, and it's called BlueStacks. Specifically the Pi 64-bit version. The other versions didn't work for me. And it kind of sucks that I have to use a separate emulator just for this game, but hopefully the other emulators will be compatible in the future. Alright, let's talk reroll targets. I can only speak to characters I've tried personally. With that being said, I've tried out a ton of characters across multiple accounts. I've looked at what the top performing whales are using, and basically the gist of it is that you want a good damage dealer, if not two, to start off, and the best ones are Cordy and Florence. I'll show you the images here. This is Florence and this is Cordy. If you don't have a good damage dealer on your team, you're not going to get very far in this game, at least early on. Some people have said to aim for Frisia, who is this character here. She's like a healer kind of, and I haven't had one instance where she's saved me from losing yet, so I don't really know how important a healer is at this stage in the game. But if you really want a healer, she's one of the only options, so you can reroll for her if you want. Alright, I want to talk about the battle system for a bit. The battle system is pretty simple. In the first round, your characters are going to use their skill 1, which is this one. They're going to use this. Then the second round, they're going to use their second skill. And these third and fourth skills are just passives. You'll see that each skill has this cooldown in the top. So after this is used, it can't be used for 5 turns. And when your character doesn't have any skills to use, so basically after they use their first 2 skills, they're just going to be doing regular attacks that do basically no damage. So if you can find characters that reduce your skill cooldowns, that's pretty freaking good. I know Fenrir, this character has a skill like that. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, see, it decreases skill cooldown by 1, which is pretty significant because a lot of your fights aren't going to last that long. Let's see what I have here. One of the most commonly asked questions is, how do you get stronger once you've hit a wall? Well, it's pretty straightforward. If you click on your gear, you can upgrade it up to the level of the weapon. You can augment it. It's basically just another attack boost. You can add runes on, which is a significant boost, but they're kind of expensive. And obviously you can level up your characters. In the beginning, you can probably skirt by just having one damage dealer have all of your investment focus. But eventually that's not going to work because the enemy's going to kill off the rest of your team, and then they're going to eliminate your damage dealer before they can use their skills the second time. So once you've hit that peak where you can't upgrade your damage dealer anymore, that's when you focus on your support's defensive gear. And sometimes, because it's an AFK game, right, you're going to run into a wall and you might be stuck for a while. Just gather resources and eventually you'll clear it like it was no big deal. Another thing to make sure that you're doing is having a half decent team comp. So if you have around 2 damage dealers, the rest of your characters can be supports. Make sure you read and understand what your characters do, since you might need to place them in a certain order to make sure you get the most use out of them. I've beaten a couple hard stages before just by switching up the order in which my team is placed. For example, like some characters only buff and heal adjacent characters. Also, each character has something which I think is referred to as a soul. So if you look here, you'll see that my Fenrir has this blue icon here. All that means, to my knowledge, is that they get a boost if they're in a party with other characters that have that soul. So if you're stuck in the beginning levels and you just want to get through some content, it'll probably be worth your while to just slap a team together with all the same souls and power through that content. I doubt that that's going to work out in the long run, but if you're struggling with the earlier levels, that'll probably be a good idea for you. Alright, let's talk about diamonds. There's a lot of stuff you can spend your diamonds on. Obviously, you can pull with them, and you can go to the shop, and there's a lot of stuff you can do with them here. I'm just going to go over what's given me the biggest power boost. So if you go to the shop and go to the special tab, you'll see these are the options you got. If you buy, 3 sealed chest gifts and 2 sealed key gifts, that'll give you enough runes and resources to head over to this rune shop here, and from here you can use those resources you just got to get a couple of these level 9 runes. And each one of those level 9 runes boosted my DPS's battle power by like 50,000, which at the time literally doubled my power. And that just made clearing content a whole lot easier. I know it costs crystals to buy these chests here and the keys, but I mean, in the beginning they flood you with resources. I definitely think that getting a couple runes at least is going to be better than spending them on pulls, which you might not get anything out of. Aside from that, which you can do like once a day. See, mine refreshes in like 20 hours. I haven't found anything that was a really significant boost when it came to buying with crystals. I just spent all of my other resources on pulls, because you kind of do need dupes in this game if you want to progress. Lastly, I want to talk about how to be efficient if you plan on dropping cash in this game. First off, just go to the shop here and buy anything that costs 99 cents. You could go to purchase diamonds and buy this diamond pack. What that'll do is that'll trigger the first purchase bonus, which is right here. That'll give you a couple copies of Amleth, who's not bad at all, along with some other bonuses. If you're willing to spend more than $1, definitely go down here to purchase diamonds, go to VIP, and then you want at least enough for VIP 3. Because at VIP 3, all of your auto battles, so basically your passive resource generation, is going to be increased by 34%. And that is not very expensive at all. I don't know the actual price, but I'm guessing that it was really low because I got it with basically no money at all. The thing about VIP is after level 3, most of what you get is kind of irrelevant unless you are a whale. So even if I went all the way up to VIP 15 here, I'm still only getting 34% passive resource generation. See, I get stuff like number of daily quick battle attempts is all the way at 30, which sounds good, but really it's not that great because it's not free. You would have to spend diamonds to actually use those 30 quick battle attempts. And it's like that for most of the upgrades. It's just giving you the opportunity to spend more money, which I think is really freaking stupid. So unless you're a whale, definitely don't go all in on VIP. Anyways, there's only one other thing I'd recommend buying, unless you're a whale, and it's this achievement pack right here, just because it's really efficient. It's probably the most efficient thing in here, if I had to be honest. And if you just get those, I'd recommend just chilling. Don't get tempted by any of these special deals that they offer you. Don't go here thinking, okay, well, look at this daily. I'll get, where is it? Right here. $75 for 50 pulls. this is going to be available like every single day. Don't get tempted. There's plenty of good deals. They're going to have better deals coming out in the future. Just chill out. But if you are a whale, just go crazy, I guess. I don't really see any point in whaling for this game, but you do you. Anyways, that's about all I wanted to share for now. Before I go, I wanted to say that I'm like one of 3 people I've seen on YouTube who are trying to make content for this game. So if you like this content, help me out with a sub. Anyway, later.